This is my ship, and we have to get the ship all the way from 0 to our destination, or otherwise we blow up. To do this, we're going to utilize our engine here, combining the power from our fuel, which are these items inside of it, with the RPM of the engine. To do this, there'll be many mechanics. For instance, this boost gem will give temporarily 20 RPM to gem types in the same segment. We have 6 segments, as you can see by these dash lines, and other items might talk about the rings, which we have 1 in the center, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the outside. Every time we boost, we fire the engine. We have 5 to get to this checkpoint until we get 5 more. Every time we boost, we get a salvage that we can add to our engine. And I'm going to go for the power gem, and maybe we'll go for a gem synergy. This will temporarily give 20 power to gem type fuels in the same segment, but it will lose an efficiency every time. This efficiency multiplies the power every time it's triggered. Let's put the power gem in there. That's a nice synergy, as one's giving them RPM and the other's giving power. Let's engage and fire the ship the first time. You can see all the buffs get added by the segment, and then we have the engine. As we spin, we trigger each thing, so we do want to get the RPM up as well as the power. You can see we made it 728 SPU, and we have 2,412 till waypoint. We can also see our graph here of what happened. We do have heat, but we don't need to worry about the heat mechanic, as this is the cadet difficulty, which is the only difficulty you can play on in the demo, and heat doesn't take effect, but I believe you can overheat in the full game. This is currently in early access on the demo. It's not sponsored, I just really like the game, so make sure to go wishlist. Maybe they'll sponsor in the future, please. We also have some subtasks where we can get extra money, which we'll be able to spend on better things to upgrade our engine. One of them is to have 2 vegetable fuels in the engine at the start of a boost. We currently have none. Another is to have a crater tagged fuels in the engine at the end of a boost. I believe a seedling is a crater, as it creates stuff. However, the ammonite is pretty good. It just permanently gains 5 power every time you do it, and getting it this early, it's pretty good. So let's just whack it in the engine and let's engage. Let's see if we can get more than 728 SPU. Our top speed has been 206. Let's see what we can get up to with that extra addition. Now, we don't actually have the synergy as they're not in the same segment, because every time we go, the rings spin. So you can't just set up a synergy and it lasts forever. As you can see, our gems are now opposite each other, meaning they won't get the boost. So we actually got less that time because we didn't have that synergy. And you can see it represented down here. Okay, let's get a carrot, as these are pretty good early on, as they gain 10 efficiency for the first 3 boosts. But after that, they'll lose boosts and then they'll turn into a rotten lump. Let's get the carrot down. Doesn't matter where we place it, as there's no synergies currently. Time to boost. It is not looking good. We have 2 boosts to get about halfway, and we've used 3. I think again we got to go for a vegetable, which will get us the 2 vegetables too, and this will help out, as they're pretty good earlier on. We do have the gems in the same segment, which is really good, so this should be a good speed. Let's see. We're beating the current top speed by almost 100, well, more like 80. But that puts us in range. We should survive. All of these suck for what we're going for, so we'll just go with another sapling, because maybe we'll get a tree. And we're going to make the distance, unless we run into a meteor. Hopefully not. And we have reached the waypoint. So at the waypoint, we get an incoming call. This could be good or bad, but I'm a risk taker. Let's answer the call. Wildron Envoy. Let's start this journey off right. They offer all they have. Oh, they're so cute. A sapling and a tree. We'll take it. Goes into our stockpile. This means they won't be taken, but we can store stuff here. Let's immediately get that. A tree has a chance to create a stick in the whole engine. A stick's pretty basic, but there will be synergies where you can burn wood, for example. So having a crater like that's quite good. You can also create a log, which is also pretty nice. Let's just whack them in, because the more things, the more power at the start. The seedling can create vegetables, again, could be good if we're going for like a vegetable synergy where stuff consumes vegetables. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, it helps the channel out a bunch and puts it out to more people like you. Thank you. We have 2 gems. Let's go for a gem to start with. I think they're really good early game, especially if you can just line up that synergy straight away. And what we can actually do is nudge. This is something I've unlocked because I've played quite a few games. but essentially we can nudge a ring so we could get more synergies. Now this middle ring, if we nudge it to the right, it should go there, right? I'm actually confusing myself. Yes, okay. So now we have a triple synergy of them all giving temporary buffs to each other. This should be a good first one because we do need to get more than halfway to get to the planet in 5 boosts. Let's click it. One of our saplings turned into a tree, which is nice. They all got all their buffs. Let's see how this goes. Our top speed was 286 and we're smashing it. We are absolutely smashing it. 487. That's pretty good. A stick, an old pot, or a dinosaur bone. I don't like any of those. Let's refresh. We got another Amorite early on. I like them. The other two aren't really great synergies yet. Let's get that. And let's just get to that planet, shall we? Not as good, but almost there. It was a 400 speed. We're looking really nice to get to the planet. None of these seem that good. I'm just going to use a reroll again. These also suck. What I'm going to do is put a seedling in the stockpile, because if we get vegetable synergy, we could put it in. I don't want to cram up our entire engine since it's getting full. We actually have to spend money, which is the top, to get removal tokens to remove them. As you can see, we created some beans. I love beans, the British in me. Beans give heat, which don't matter, but if heat reaches 50 permanently, gain 10 energy, less heat, and more RPM. We did reach our goal, glory on the moon. We get a 50 planet bonus to money. We had 2 raining boosters, so plus 40. Our nudges have been replenished, and we get a crewmate. Now we go to Mars. We get 5 boosts. We could take the efficient route, which is only 2 waypoints and 30,000 distance. We get a crew and 100 monies, or we can take the scenic route. I'm greedy, we're going the scenic route. And here is one of those synergies for wood, the wood burner. It will burn driftwood, logs, sticks, or planks in the same segment and permanently absorbs 100% of their stats. Could be a good tree synergy since they constantly create wood for us and they don't get destroyed by the wood burner. We also have the chili pepper, which permanently increases vegetables, but I think the wood burner might be better. Before we do that, let's go over to the crew manager. Now, we have a recruitment tab. We can also see our synergies, how many of what we have. We do have 21.4% wood, which is nice. But let's recruit a crewmate. These give permanent buffs. Think Jokers from Balatro. But what's interesting is we have a top and lower deck, which means they give top and lower deck bonuses depending on where you put them. So you can't have both, but you can have one or the other, and you can move them around as you play. And I mean, the woodsman, with all the wood stuff we're getting, sounds insane. We can get +5 to wood type fields for each planet visited this journey. We've only visited once, it's +5, or +2 to wood type fuels for every 2 wood type fuel in the engine. So we're going to get them. For now, the top deck is better because it's giving more bonuses, but when we get more wood types, we can put them in the bottom to get the +2 RPM. There's also the shop if we click up here, which is where we can spend our money. We can spend it on restock tokens to refresh what we're getting, scrap bonds, or recruitment slips to get more crewmates. We can also tinker with items, which can buff them or decrease what their stats give. Costs quite a bit of money. And there's also a segment modulation, which requires scrap when we destroy items. We'll get into that more. These are also unlocked as you play multiple runs. I accidentally clicked the tutorial. They're giving me an extra crewmate. Thanks. The Absorbus gives +1 efficiency to wood type fuels for every 2 boosts used this journey. That is insane. Top deck you go. Wood synergy is fully on board. Okay, with this wood synergy fully unlock, let's go for the wood burner. Now, we actually don't have any wood items except for the trees at the minute, so they're not going to come online yet. Now, this seedling won't actually produce us any wood items. So the one in the engine I'm very tempted to get rid of, but I'm not going to yet, as we may as well try and fill out stuff. Let's go. Yes, we did create a stick. I love sticks. And we have a new subtask, and our speed is not looking good. We only got to 100 and our top was 578. Shows how important the synergies are and the gems being in the same slot. Now, even though we're going for wood, I think gems are really good to get us going until we scale. So let's get a charging gem, which gives +5 to gem fuel types. That will help the gems go a little bit, keep them alive for a little bit longer. Now, we could nudge twice to feed the wood burner, but I'm not going to do that yet. We did create another stick. This is great. This is where we should probably think about removing things that aren't wood so that we have a better chance of creating more sticks to feed the wood burner. As our speed, not doing good at all. We need to go to the shop and we need to get a few scraps, I think. Okay, this seedling, needs to go. We need to feed the wood burner. So let's move this ring twice. We also moved the power gems into each other, and I'll get another power gem just to keep us going. I'm also going to remove this seedling. And we need 5 more scrap to get a modulation, which I think is pretty worth it. So let's remove this old pot because it can create stuff. Now let's craft the modulator and the filters. This gives us a modulator, which gives a buff, RPM boost. Permanently add 5% of current item RPM, so it just buffs us more. Let's add it to the top and put it in the modulator. Now we have to have a filter, which means this will filter out items with 0 or negative RPM, and this will filter out items with 50 or more efficiency. So we definitely want positive RPM, otherwise we're not going to get that 5%. So let's whack that in the filter, so our top segment now is getting a bonus, which you can see here. Let's send it and hopefully not die. We got some wood created. Hopefully this is much, much better. Come on, we need to beat our best score. Oh, we didn't. We did not, but it's better. We did eat the wood, which means we're now getting 16.3 power. We have a fractured power gem, which will destroy itself at the end of the boost, but it gives 100 power. These are really good if you're struggling, and we're struggling. Let's move the mid ring so that it eats the stick, like so. And let's add this fractured power gem here because we need a big boost. I don't want to die yet, and we're going to be scaling. Okay, everything's adding. We need to beat 578, surely. Yes. 779, we're close. Fractured gem dies, that's fine because we don't care. Okay, in this slot, I guess we just go for the stick. We could be greedy and delete the power gem and put the stick there. I'm greedy. Delete the power gem, put the stick into the wood burner, and let's engage again. Keep feeding the wood burner. If we don't make it, I cry.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
we didn't make it. We will not give up. We'll go again. I guess we'll go some geo synergy. Whack you in. We've been given stuff by the stragglers. Interestingly, we get the veggie tray, which destroys vegetables in the same segment and absorbs their stats. I am so greedy. I do like the sound of that, because they've also given us a sapling. We'll place these down for now, I guess. Wait, what? I've lost the veggie tray. The game is in early access. Well, hopefully it comes back, as the seedling can create vegetables. I think it's gone forever. But we're making good progress. And we made it. With a boost remaining. Let's go with the efficient route this time. I'd love to do the vegetable synergy since we did get the vegetable thing, but it's not happening. Since we have vegetables and gems, we may as well go it for now. It gives us 10 efficiency, which is pretty nice. Fertilizer. Add 20 efficiency to vegetables in the same segment. Is this permanent?
Oh yes, yes it is!
I mean, we are going to do that. This ship is definitely eating its vegetables. Let's engage. We're just saving the money for now. The issue with vegetables is they do lose efficiency, which is a bit annoying. But that's our joint top speed. Flint permanently gives heat to wood. Rocks remove heat. I don't actually like any of these. I'm going to skip. We got a carrot. That's our top speed. So I think what we want to do is try and make sure our fertilizer always hits a vegetable. It currently isn't, so let's nudge it. And now it hits the corn. Engage. And we've reached our top speed again. It's looking good this time. Okay, I think we're happy with what we have at the minute. We just need to make room for more vegetables. So let's remove this kinetic shard just to give room for any potential vegetables that get grown. We didn't get any that time, but that's fine. We still reach top speed. We should make the checkpoint. It's close though, I have to admit. Nutrient mulch. Adds 5 power and 5 RPM to vegetable type fields in the same segment. Okay, just more buffing, which I think is permanent because this is up to like 142%. So let's place the mulch. Let's then get rid of a dinosaur bone since it lowers RPM. But we need to actually buy some scrap bonds. So I'm just going to buy like 4 of them. Get rid of the bones. Any valuable nudging? I think, yes. If we move the middle ring right, we can buff this super corn. That's at 162%. This corn's at 22 because it keeps losing efficiency. Eventually, it will just disappear, which is fine. And we keep just doing all our tasks, which is nice. We have reached the waypoint. And why is there a broken ship here? Failed glory ship call. Hello? You're able to recover some items from the ship. A restock token, glory point, and a recruitment slip. That is very nice. Let's recruit. 5 to wood. Don't care. Scrap each geotype, and more to wood. None of this we care about. We can skip selection, but we get no refunds, which is annoying. I guess we may as well go for the geos because we could get some scrap, which could be okay, but that's pretty useless. So we'll keep the geodes for now. This fossil though, that can die, which means we can do the segment thing to hopefully get a stronger segment going. This gives permanently 1 RPM to each item. We'll just whack it in the top. What filter do we want? 0 negative power or the Aren't gem? So that could be good for gem synergy. I do have gems, so we could make this a gem place, I guess. Let's see how it works. I don't really know what happens. I've not really messed with this too much. We can always change it, which is nice. We can salvage. I don't want to take a geo, even though we could. I'm going to refresh. Veggie tray. That's what we had before, which is still stuck here. Just can't use it. Or a composter, which destroys mulch and gives 10 power and 20 RPM. Mulch is when these actually go to 0, but we're actually buffing them so much they won't go to 0. So let's do the veggie tray to eat the vegetables instead. Unfortunately, I can't actually place it to eat any right now, so we'll just whack it there. And hopefully one gets grown there. Yes, one did get grown there, which should then get eaten, right? But yeah, and when this spins, it does put the gems in there. That's quite cool, actually. Weirdly, this didn't destroy the thing. I guess it has to be in there when we click engage. It can't grow into it, which is a bit annoying, but that is life. We did get some mulch, which is a vegetable. It has minus stats. Okay, let's get rid of it. These suck. Let's refresh. These also suck. May as well refresh. A charging gem, +5 to gem types fuels in the same segment. That'll be good because then we'll get 3 gems that hopefully can spin into this. I'm actually going to nudge this inner ring because we can place the nutrient mulch with the 2 carrots. Yeah, it did eat it. Nom nom. So let's just start feeding the veggie tray to get that buffed up. We're still making a lot of money because we actually do all the tasks. And that was our new best. Weirdly, this did not filter. I don't know what the stats are on the filtering. It's a bit weird. The famous wood burner again, we're not going for it. I'm just going to skip. I want to make sure we keep getting vegetables grown from our seedlings, which we only have 1 of. I could do with more seedlings. We have a sapling here, which is very useless. Okay, I'm actually worried. We have 2 spins. Surely we make it. We do need to try and get more stuff going. Like another seedling would probably be good. Okay, we'll just have to spin and hope. We can't really do anything. We're out of nudges. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I think we might go for a power gem. The only issue is I don't really want to get rid of the ammonite. 65 power is insane. I'm actually going to get rid of the charging gem because it doesn't give us anything. It just gives more efficiency, but we're going to want to get rid of these anyway. I'm going to place you in there so you buff each other. 20 gem power, and that should get us over the line. We 8 to carrot because these gems are going to have to go eventually. They're getting low percentages because every time they get hit, they lose power. There's no way. I was so close.
Missed it by that much.
3rd time lucky. Okay, so we're basically back to where we were before, and this time I'm going with a chaotic strategy of the composter. We destroy mulch, and then we permanently gain 20 energy and 20 RPM. We've done this 3 times now, because we're up to 60. Mulch is created when a vegetable goes to 0 efficiency. This can happen naturally, because they get the boost, and then they lose efficiency. So eventually they get down to 0. The chaos is the ancient skull. We have a 50-50 chance to temporarily add or remove 100 efficiency from any fuel item in the segment. If this hits negatively on a vegetable, it instantly goes to mulch. So play the clip editor. It did happen on 2 vegetables, which instantly turned it into mulch. Now it's temporarily, so if it does it to an item that we like, it's fine. We just lose a go with it. And then we can just feed the mulch to the composter, and then we take items like turnips which can then go to mulch to feed the composter. That's the plan. We're going to get the furthest we have in the videos. 2 of our mulches have activated so we can feed the composter more later on. And we smash the checkpoint. There's a cube, slightly scared. Hello? You're so messy. They'll take these in exchange. I don't want to accept. I need the corn and seedling. A fertilizer would add efficiency, which we don't want. We want our vegetables to go to 0, so we're not going to go for it. I will, however, start getting rid of power gems, I believe. We do have 2 crewmates that aren't really doing too much. The chef gives us energy up to 15 down to 0. Which decreases with the proximity of the planet. Or we get 5% chance to add 50 glory points for each vegetable type, fuel, and engine, which is up to 40, which we're going to want to do soon, but we need the energy for now. The cheerleader can give us glory points, which goes up the closer we are to the planet. And lower deck gives us 1 restock token, which increases. I'm trying to restock as much as possible to get more vegetables. We have 200 monies. I'm going to buy some scrap. We did get a modularity, which averages power of filtered items. I don't know if this is good or not. I'm just not using it. I don't really know how these modular stuff work because I don't know what the filtered items actually mean. It's a bit confusing. Now, there's no way I'm nudging the fertilizer 3 times using all of them to get it, so we'll just engage to start. They did lose 100 efficiency. Unfortunately, they weren't at 100 or less, so they don't go to mulch. That's fine. We're still getting pretty good speed, as you can see. This mulch is actually good because it adds power and RPM, not efficiency. And the composter does count as a vegetable. So I'm actually going to destroy the stick, add the mulch in. Let's also destroy this power gem so we have room to make more vegetables. Let's move the mid ring so we eat the rotten lump. Nom nom nom. These go up permanently then. Also, the ancient skull does have 50 power and 50 RPM, so it does help us. And we've reached our top speed, 1,300. Look at us go. I'm going to get another seedling because we can eventually remove everything and just try and grow more and more stuff. And it's only a 25% chance. We need to feed the composter. We also do have enough scrap to get another modulation, so let's go for it. Maybe it's something useful. Permanently add 2 power to each item. Well, we'll do that. I just don't get the filters. Doesn't filter any items. Okay. So do the stuff that doesn't reach the filter not activate in this? I don't know. Okay, let's engage. Hopefully we grow some vegetables. We got an extra mulch. No vegetables, but maybe we can reach our top speed. Look at it go! Yes. We're actually going to get there. Okay, we're eating some mulch here. Sapling's useless, ore's useless. Cheerleader keeps getting us tokens. A veggie tray. The issue with the veggie tray is it eats them before they go to mulch. And taking 50% of all that is nowhere near the mulch 20, so it's not actually that good. Let's restock. A fractured power gem gives us 100 power. This is a good thing to just keep in our back pocket. In case we're in a sticky situation where we don't make it, we just whack it down, get 100 power, which is a lot. For instance, a composter, which is really good, is giving us 80. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's just go. We're eating that mulch. We created a turnip, beetroot. Nope, turnip. And we go. We are glorious. And we reached 1,700 speed. It did update here. We've been replenished. Continue. Now I'm greedy. Let's take the scenic route to Jupiter. We can just get a rotten lump? Yes. Let's remove this fossil. Get the rotten lump. Instantly feed it. Get it up to over 120. We can also recruit or upgrade. I'm not that happy with these. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't want to upgrade them. Let's recruit. I will honestly take the 8% chance for a recruitment slip. That sounds actually pretty good. Recruitment slips are expensive. And let's engage. They all get +2 permanently because there was no filter on them. We're feeding the composter like crazy. The ancient skull, even if it doesn't give us the -100% on a vegetable, it has a chance of giving +100, and look at us fly. Museum plinth is rare, but we don't care. Corn, yes. Let's put it with the skull, because it could go to 0, which would be nice. We can't rotate to get mulch, so let's just run it. It went to 0 on here, which went instantly to mulch. Oh my. What did we even get up to that time? a crystal. 100 power, but less RPM. It gives 100 to any other diamond in the same ring. The issue with it is our composter is better than that. But it's a crystal. We have to. It's better than a stick. Let's be perfectly honest. Let's get rid of the stick. Let's buy a scrap bond. Get rid of the stick. Put the crystal in. Because 100 power is still 100 power. These gems are not even that good either anymore. We need to start clearing out room. I want to keep one slot all the time so the seedling can give us vegetables. Like so. And let's go again. Oh my gosh. We did the first checkpoint in 3. A cube again. Hello? Pirates. Yes, we've been skilling that ammonite. But to freely get rid of trash items, I'm surrendering them. Take them. I don't want to lose my money. This one's skilled up to 110 to be fair, but who cares? Nutrient mulch? Yeah, we'll take one. Again, it can buff the composter nicely for us, so we may as well. Let's also move the mid-ring to eat that mulch. Then let's put the nutrient mulch here because it will buff both of those. And let's send it. Eat that. Very nice. Carrot made. It's all happening. Here we go. Another top speed. Don't like any of those. Let's restock. Ectoplasm. There's a 10% chance to make a ghost. 10% chance to destroy itself. 100 power. 10 RPM. I'm tempted. We could also just go for another composter. I don't think it's worth it. We don't have enough mulch. Like, we only have one spare. Let's go the ectoplasm, just because it gives us a here and now guaranteed bulk of stuff. And if it destroys itself, gives us a ghost, it gives us more RPM. Let's send it. So much happens now. Oh, the beans don't actually turn into mulch. That's annoying when they go to 0. But look at it go. 6,000. A turnip. I want the turnip. Let's get some scrap again. What do we remove? I think the beans. Beans seems the most useless here. Goodbye beans. Get turnip in. We probably also want to make more space for vegetables. This power gem on 6%, also useless. Let's send it again. We're probably going to get there this time. I mean, we absolutely are. This carrot went to 0, but... Oh, it's a chili pepper. When did I get a chili pepper? Well, we reached the waypoint and look at the colors. Beautiful. Wait, I think the ectoplasm just died. Oh, well. Let's answer this call. I can give you these. Charging gem and charcoal. Don't care. Goodbye. Another skull? We have to. Another skull. Okay, this chili pepper is useless. It's giving heat, which we don't care about. Let's get more scrap. We can also do another modularity thing. We may as well. Set the efficiency of each item to 90. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like any of those. Okay, chili pepper. Goodbye. Let's send it. These gave 100% to these. Again, if that happens, I don't care. It's a win-win with the skulls. I mean... this game's so good. It just makes you feel so good. The Great Ore, don't care. The Lathe, don't care. Skip, I am sure. Let's just send it. That was one boost, by the way, and we almost did it in one. It's so satisfying. Another call. Hello? You take these off me for beans. Nope. Another seedling's nice. We're just running out of room. I think the 137 power on this ammonite is so good. I think 2 seedlings has been enough. Nutrients is fine too. I honestly think we're fine. I think what we do is we take things to then scrap to try and get better modules. It's probably the best way to scale us here. And we go again. We almost did it in one. The Great Charging Gem. Plus 30 gems. I don't care. We're not doing gems, but I'll take it to then scrap. Let's send again. Waypoint reached. I should probably also just take the glory points now at 70% instead of the power. We don't need it. We are strong. Same for you. I'd rather money now. We don't need power. Let's see if we can do it in one. Oh, that's a lot of mulch that just got made. Holy. Yeah, this probably won't be as good because the mulch doesn't score. No, it was actually quite bad. That's fine. Yeah, 80 glory points for the cheerleader. Perfect. That's fine. Let's try and eat as much mulch as we can. Let's move the mid-ring and let's engage. No, we made beans. You'll never hear a British man say that again. Waypointed 2. Let's recruit. These are so bad. We skipped. Let's go again. Oh, I should have moved. Yeah, well, we get a new high score anyway. Now all the mulches are in one. And we're farming glory points. Let's get a corn. And let's go again. Glory! Holy, it went crazy at the end. And look at those rewards. And that's the end of the demo. You can go on and play endless as so, but this game is sick. And there's a dragon skull. Whenever heat goes past 1,500, gain that power. If you enjoyed this, go wishlist and download the demo for yourself. It's free. You can play this right now. I really hope the full game comes out soon because there's so much more you can do with this. I'm happy to play more of this on the channel if you enjoy it, so do like. Now go watch this video that YouTube's recommending you. Goodbye.